Well, good morning, everybody. It is a cold one this morning and windy. It is 0 degrees right now. It is 10 to 10. I'm on my way home from the city. Had a doc appointment at 8:30. Check out my plantar fasciitis on my foot. Anyway, it's snowing, kind of rainy, snowy, and windy. Like gusting to 60 at this point, and supposed to get up to like 65 or some damn thing here this afternoon. So she's windy. She's a blustery one, that's for sure. It is November the 29th. Tomorrow's Halloween. So happy Halloween to all of you guys out there, all the kiddos. So yeah, we're just heading home, and you can see she's kind of shitty looking weather. And it wasn't actually this bad at the city, but the farther east I go, the worse it gets. Anywho, I don't think we'll be doing very much videoing today because of the weather, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. We got cows to feed, we gotta move some cows around, and we got calves that need to be fed. So, and we gotta pick up my truck. We never got that done yesterday yet, so I'll let you guys go and we'll talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, these girls are fed. The cows in the corral are all fed, and I just checked the bulls, and we gotta feed the bulls yet, but they got windbreaks here behind the barn. They got 2 windbreaks to give them some wind protection. And yeah, I could open the gate so then and feed them back out in the bush, but I'm trying to steer away from that. Get them accustomed to being out in the open, because that's the plan, is to feed them out in the open pasture this winter, because we're booked for pushing more bush this winter, and I don't want them in the bush when the cat man is out there trying to work, and then the cows are all around them. Anyway, we gotta feed the bulls, and then we'll be off to doing something different later. How about that, eh? Yeah. I had to throw the winter jacket on today. That wind bites. Bites hard. Anywho, I ended up going to Moose Jaw here this afternoon. We're back home. Just got done feeding grain to the calves. The Dodge is back. And I'm gonna move a couple of windbreaks so that tomorrow I can push that manure up, and then tomorrow we're gonna move some cattle around also. So I'm not gonna worry about hauling bales until Monday or Tuesday at this point. Anywho, I'll bring you guys back here when I get over to the windbreaks. Talk to you then. So we're here at the windbreaks. I just moved that one. I got to move 2 more, because when I move them out of the way, then it'll just make it easier to push this manure up. So that's the whole idea of moving at least 3 of these friggin' windbreaks. And of course, that one's still chained, and so is that one. Alright, so I gotta unchain them, and then I can pull them out of the way, and maybe start pushing some cow turds up. Oh, it tickle. I can also bring in some corral panels here, and I can go from the fence behind me, if you can make it out. Where the hell is that fence? Right there. Right back there. So from that post coming back to this windbreak here, I'm going to leave that one. We could run with corral panels to there, and then I can have a group of cows in this area, and they won't be interfering with me when I go to haul manure out next week. That's kind of the idea anyways. Anywho, I gotta step outside and it's still windier than all hell, so talk to you guys in a bit. So there are those 3 30-footers, so 90 feet removed from here. This opens it up now. You know, if we had permanent corral work, then you gotta work along the edge of the corral, blah blah blah, risk hitting slabs, breaking posts, blah blah blah. This way you can just come in, push the stuff up, get it out of the road, bring your windbreaks back, set them back in place, corral is done. And actually, those 3 windbreaks, they're gonna end up out in the pasture for the winter. So I don't really need them here. Moving windbreaks in 60k wind is probably not the smartest thing to be doing. I'll be honest, because the wind really wants to move them around on your fork. Anyway, I want to go grab some corral panels. Heck, I got 3 right here. Let's just use these ones. And we'll set our corral panels into place the way I want them, or the way I think I might want them, and go from there. Later. Alrighty, now that that job is all done and dealt with, I gotta move all these bales out of this area, because our plan is to have cows in this area behind the shop, so to speak. And there's the shop, and there's the water bowl for this little 2-acre, 3-acre pen, so to speak. Our early calving cows are gonna be back here, and I don't want to bother with putting the electric wire around these few bales, so we're gonna get these suckers the hell out of the way. I also got some gates within a frame that over the years pushing snow, you try getting in right to the ground is what I do, and I've clipped the bases that hold the gates upright, so to speak, and ripped them off. So I gotta fix up a bunch. Yeah, what is it? 2 or 3 gate within a frame. So that's gonna be a project coming up here at some point in November. So yeah, now we just got to go back and forth grabbing bales. I'll talk to y'all later. This one and one more, guys. I don't know if that helped or not, but anyways. Something I want to say. Better yet, something I want to ask. If any of my subscribers or followers, even if you're not a subscriber, if you're watching our videos and you like, whether you like or don't like what we're doing, but you run cattle yourself or know of somebody that runs cattle. What I'm trying to get at is, if any of you guys out there in province of Saskatchewan or maybe even Manitoba, if you know of a community pasture that has room available for 20 to 40 pair, if I'm going to Manitoba, if I have to drive that far, then I'd rather 40 pair. That way I could just rent a semi or hire a semi and we'll throw 40 pair on it and haul them out there. But I'm looking at trying to get into like a community pasture. So if you guys know of a pasture that has spots available, by all means get a hold of me and let me know where the pasture is and who the contact is of that pasture. That way I can try working over the winter here to get into one of these pastures. We're trying to get into, or even custom grazing. We're trying to get into a pasture where it's supervised. The salt and mineral is all provided. And like I said, it's supervised is the big thing. So that CP and I aren't running all over the place checking cattle at multiple different pastures, because you spend a lot of time checking on animals in multiple different pastures. So, and we would like to expand, build our herd from like 86 head, get it built up to 100 or 125 head calving. But right in this area where we are, there is no pastures. There's nothing to be had. If somebody has pasture, it's already used, either with their own cattle or they have somebody in it already. So yeah, if you guys know of someone that's got pasture available and they're, oh shit, sorry, excuse me, and they're willing to do custom grazing, supervised custom grazing, get a hold of us. Or if you know of a community pasture that might have spots available, by all means, get a hold of us. We're willing to pay to the buy-in to get into the pasture, and then whatever the fees are after that. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe. Fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch y'all later. Morning, everybody. How you guys doing this morning? Look what we woke up to. It's Christmas time in the country. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Not. I want it to warm up to +5, +10 with periodic showers, like 1/4 of an inch a week, all winter. That's what I want my winters to be. I don't want any snow. Highs of +10 max. Lows of -10 max. And when I say +10, I'm talking Celsius. So about, what's that? 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 45. So yeah, that's, to me, would be perfect. And about 1/4 of an inch of rain a week. That would be about perfect. But we don't live in a perfect world, and we deal with what gets thrown at us on a regular basis. So today it's snowy weather. Tomorrow the sun's supposed to be come out and be +9. I guess we'll take it, right? Anyway, I'm only going to feed one bale today to these girls out here because they're not cleaning up worth a shite. So that's all they're getting. 2 bales is too much, obviously. 1 bale is not quite enough. Well, we went 4 days with 2 bales and they're not cleaning it up, so today they're only going to get 1 bale. Anyway, I'll bring you guys back here in a little bit. Alrighty, so I unrolled this bale, basically half the bale. The other day when the brand inspector and the RCMP were out, we put a bale down this side here, and over that way it was a little heavier and they didn't eat it all, and I just unrolled on top of it, so this way it brings them back into that spot. And kind of the same thing here. You can see up that way where the hay is spread out more and stuff like that. So they can nibble around in the stuff that I brought out from 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whatever the hell that was. But this is all they're getting today. For now, anyways. I'll come back and check on them later, but they need to eat this down good and clean up a little bit of the stuff from before. Plus there's hay over that way on the ground that they never cleaned up on. There's some hay over this way that they never cleaned up on, that the snow is on a little bit of it. And then on the other side of the windbreaks, there's still hay on the ground from yesterday. So I'm thinking that's all they're getting today. Anyway, let's get back to the yard.